Welcome to the Older Kids Podcast, where we revisit movies from our childhood to see if they still hold up. I am Elliott G-B, and today I am joined by the very funny Mike Masilotti.
Can I have an Azuga?
Azuga.
What's up, everybody?
Yo, thanks for coming on, man.
No problem. Thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, thanks for having me and the podcast at the studio, the great Third Wheel Studios
Fuck yeah.
in LA. Check it out. This is the first video episode, so if you're watching.
Oh, shit. I didn't know that.
If you're watching, yeah, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, tell your friends.
Yeah.
Also, if you're listening, thanks for listening, but get on YouTube.
Yeah,
Do
rate
both.
the shit.
Yeah, rate.
Are you on like
review.
podcasts on iTunes and all that shit? There you go.
I do that.
Rate it.
I'd say
Rate
that
it,
at the
review
end,
it.
but rate it now.
Rate it now because we're telling you to.
And then watch it,
Cool.
listen,
Watch.
and then go back and be like, that was a good rating. That was a
Nice.
solid rating because it's going to be 5 stars. That's what you did.
Bong.
But yeah, today we are talking about the 1990 classic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Our family grows. The city itself will be our playground to use as we please, rewarding ourselves and punishing our enemies.
We've been looking for you, Miss O'Neill.
There is a new enemy, freaks of nature. Together, we will punish these creatures.
What the heck was that?
Looked like sort of a big turtle in a trench coat.
Awesome!
Excellent!
Yeah! I love being a turtle!
There you go, bro. Lean green on the screen.
That is, yeah, like you said, you have no idea what happens in the movie
It just looks awesome.
except for they fight.
I didn't see the trailer when I watched the movie, and I didn't realize how Asian ninja rip, like they were going for like a Bruce Lee. Like I thought
Yeah.
the Ninja War, like Turtles was not really thought about, but no, they went hard. The music, everyone's
was,
Asian for some reason.
It was so originally, it's funny because I watched this yesterday and then last night when I was getting like notes and stuff together for this, I just put when I was messing with the background.
Yeah.
I put on Netflix The Toys That Made Us. Do you ever watch that?
Yeah.
The first episode is about the Ninja Turtles.
Oh.
And
Oh
so
wait,
I
no,
was
I
like,
think I
this is
saw the
perfect.
movies that made us. Maybe.
Oh yeah, they have a few of
So,
them. now.
all right, that was it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, but so apparently Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was like a spoof of Daredevil. Like
Really?
the Daredevil comics?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the Daredevil...
Because did Daredevil then he blind?
Yeah, but he is blind from like radioactive ooze, the same shit that they get into,
Oh, okay.
and that's what gave him his like powers and stuff. But in Daredevil, he fights the Hand,
I didn't
like
watch Daredevil.
the I didn't either, but the group that he fights is called like the Hand,
Oh, and they're called the
and
Foot.
they're the Foot, and it's like ninja stuff, and there's a couple other things too.
So are they in the same universe?
Some people say they are.
Is Daredevil like staggering around blind in the
So
background? We just don't know.
you just see him. Well, actually, in the that's so funny you say that because in the opening montage, when it's like all the little members of the Foot, you know, just like robbing people and shit.
Yeah.
There's a scene. They just show a shot of like a street corner, and everyone's just kind of like walking, and there's just a blind dude standing there, just like. Just at the intersection waiting for the light to change. And I saw that and I was like, this dude doesn't know he's in this movie. There's no way, unless someone saw it and was like, yo, that's Robert.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
holy shit. Like,
No,
Robert's he will have no idea he's in a movie.
That'd be great if they just thought they cleared out all the extras and they're like, who's this guy? And he's just waiting for his bus like every other day.
And then they're like, well, what do we got to get this? And someone's like, no, just don't say anything
Yeah,
because
leave
he's
him
not
in.
going to see it.
Yeah, you don't have to sign a waiver.
He's not going to know. There's no way for him to know.
That is fucked up. Do blind people have to sign waivers to be on TV? Because you can just be like, you're not on TV. Who told you?
We're
you're on
not
TV?
filming yet.
Yeah, start filming.
Do it. And then someone's like, "Oh, is the red light on?" You're like, "Shut the fuck up, Karen."
Well, there you go. You
Yeah.
can't smell a red light.
That's very true, unless you're Daredevil.
Yeah. Or did he have like smell?
I don't know. He probably could though.
Probably
he wore
could.
a lot of red.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true. Wasn't Ben Affleck Daredevil? Wasn't he
Yeah.
also Batman?
yeah,
I think that you shouldn't be able to do that.
you
Yeah,
should
man.
have like a one. You can be one and one only.
Yes.
Don't get greedy.
Yeah, because then it may hold him out when they offer him Daredevil. He could be like, might be getting Batman soon.
Yeah.
Not sure if I could do it.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
how
man.
many.
It's like if Robert Downey Jr. ended up being another guy. We're like, dude, you're Iron Man. What do you do? You can't be the Hulk, or you
That's a
can't.
good
be,
point.
right?
But I think also the Ben Affleck Batman wasn't good, so people were just like, that doesn't count.
You think if he did bad in Daredevil, you think you're gonna give him a bigger role? He's gonna nail it. Hey, he was really bad in Daredevil, but what if?
Wait, just give me a second here, okay? Just walk with me. Daredevil, people like him, but people love Batman. So let's hope he rises to the occasion.
Let's be real. No one likes Ben Affleck when he can't see. You know what I mean? I think every time we loved Ben Affleck, what was the underlying thing?
He's a sight
He
actor.
could see.
He's a sight, and then he comes back like 2 years later and is like, "Look, guys, I fucked up. All right, I'm 0 for 2. I'm 0 for 2 right now. I'm not gonna lie.
And
Not
he's
gonna
like-
lie.
He's never gonna get offered another superhero role. Like, listen, Affleck. Daredevil, we understand, but Batman? How'd you fuck up Batman?
Yeah, for real." So, what was your connection to this movie as a
My-
kid?
To me, this was like the coolest. It was one of those, like, I never saw it right when it came out. So when I did see it, it had this lore of like, oh, dude, like,
Yeah.
they're turtles that, first of all, it's not a cartoon. You think instantly, like, I was watching with my girlfriend, and she was just like, is this a cartoon or is this live action? I'm like, oh no, there's real turtles. It's like,
Oh, this is real.
this is real turtles.
This
So-
is real life.
yeah. So when because even the newest one, like, see that thumbnail right there, but like all the newest one, they have teeth and
Yeah.
I don't think it looks 30 years better than the 1990 one. You know what I mean? Like
I
the
feel
turtle.
like that's an old one.
This one?
Yeah.
No, they didn't have teeth.
I feel like that was like a sequel.
No, I think. Well, I don't know, man. But I will say the 1990 one, their outfits hold up tough. So when I was a kid, I remember seeing that. Like that blew it away for me. Like,
Yeah.
like it just looked like the coolest movie ever.
Yeah.
I don't even think I saw. Honestly, even when I resaw it when I was a kid, I saw it, but I was so excited to watch it, I didn't even put together any of the storyline.
You
I
didn't
didn't
like pay attention to the
didn't
plot.
at all, dude.
Yeah.
Because like as it was unfolding, I was like, oh wow, they have a whole thing, 3 act, like they have the But when to me, it was just fucking Ninja Turtles, bro.
That's a lot of kids' movies are like that. You watch it as an adult and you're like, holy shit, I didn't pay attention to any of the story.
Any of it,
at
dude.
all.
Yeah,
I just wanted to watch them do anything.
Whenever they said tubular, I remembered that. I remember when
Yeah.
they said cowabunga, like all that shit.
when they said,
Cowabunga.
which that was the thing. They set it up for a sequel because they didn't really say it in this movie.
Yes, the sequel I saw right when it came out all the time. That was
Yeah.
like the vanilla. That was like the popular.
That was the one with Vanilla Ice.
That's
yeah.
when that popped hard.
Yeah,
I will
yeah,
say the
yeah.
rapping, not to jump to the end, but the rapping for the Ninja Turtles started on this one because their end song when the credits rolled
Oh, yeah.
was a rapper.
Yeah.
Very bad rap, but it was a
Very
ninja,
terrible.
It was Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
and he was talking about the Ninja Turtles, and I was like, oh, so Vanilla Ice rap. It wasn't that original. He's never original.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
he's not in the first movie, and he's not
No.
the first one to rap about that.
not even close.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer.
That was like 80s. That was when rapping was still so much of a novelty
Mm-hmm.
that they're like, yeah, just talk about the movie and it'll be cool.
Oh yeah, just
And
talk to a beat.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
was sort of.
Yeah, it was
But
actually.
now if there's a
It's too true to the movie though, because they're just like Splinter got captured.
Yeah.
and then Raphael gets pissed. and
it's
you're
just a
like,
synopsis.
yeah, exactly.
Like if you go to the bathroom during the movie, you can come back and just listen during the credits and get like, oh, okay, that's what I
oh,
missed.
that that's what I missed. That's true.
And now we're at Act 2. And
But yeah, I don't know. When I was a kid, it was like Ninja Turtles was my jam because we have 4 kids in my family, and we always say the 4 of us are like the Ninja Turtles. Because there's the smart one and Donatello,
Yeah.
and my older sister's a doctor. She was super nerdy and smart. There's Leonardo, who's kind of like the leader, and my sister, who's a little bit above me, Shawnee. She's like she runs shit. Like everyone kind of goes to her. Like she's like that person. And then Michelangelo. My name's Michael, first of all.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
would be, if you knocked them all out. I mean, come on. And then
if the shell fits.
if the shell fits, yeah. And then Raphael, my brother's got his face all tattooed, and he's
Yeah.
kind of a dick and like a loner. So we were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
bro, that's the 4 of us. And my mom's Master Splinter.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
When I watch the movie, every time I watch anything Ninja Turtles, I always look at it through my family. So it's so funny when Raphael got up and got pissed. I'm just like, my brother, what a dick. He's always mad. You know what I mean? Like, it was literally like that.
Fucking typical Jerry, man.
Typical Jerry, bro.
Did you ever mix like stories from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles up with your own life?
What do you mean?
Like subconsciously, where you're just like, someone's
Like,
like, what's
I
a
was a
story from your
turtle?
childhood? And you're like, yeah, there was always this dude named Shredder who was trying to fuck with our family, but like, whatever. Then you're like, oh, wait, that wasn't us. It was the Ninja Turtles.
No, I don't even think I remember anything from any of the shows. I just watched them a ton. Like, even when I watched that movie, I remember that movie, but I was like, I don't remember like any of this. Like, instantly from the beginning, fucking Twin Towers opening
Twin Towers.
shot.
That was both of our notes. The very first thing we wrote,
both of us,
was Twin Towers.
I wrote Twin Towers opening scene.
Yeah,
yeah,
same.
And that's dude. I mean, literally first thing you see, pop Twin Towers. Like,
Because that's New York.
That's New York.
That's old New York. If you wanted to show a shot that was
so
like, how do
true.
we make it known it's New York?
that we're in New York right off the bat.
Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's fucking. And then
Well, hold on. Did it hold up to you?
yes and no. Like, yes, it was still fun, but I didn't realize how dumb it was. Because when you're a
Okay.
kid, everything, it's like, oh, this is okay. But like,
Yeah.
they are the most bro-y. Like, they're all like these bros. Like, the Ninja Turtles, they're all like, I didn't remember them being that bro-y and that like, what's up, dude? Oh, man, you're, it just was over the top. And looking back, it's like, I guess it was always like that, but that drove me crazy.
I mean, this is like quintessential 80s teen slang.
Oh,
Where
100%.
all they speak in is like idioms, slang, and cliches. What are now cliches?
Yeah.
And even then, they still work.
Probably
but it's
were,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
couldn't have a conversation with someone that is just plain English.
Yeah.
If they were between a certain age, it was always just like
Excellent!
just like every time.
And the way that they loved pizza was a little. I remember they liked it, but it was like when that one pizza was like moldy. And they had like a seance, like what the fuck?
They had a funeral.
Yeah.
They had a military funeral
For the pizza.
for
that
a
was-
moldy pizza.
Well, question.
Yeah?
Do you like penicillin on your pizza?
I never remembered that, so that was a little bit weird.
That was like 80s over the top.
Yeah.
It's just everything like Pauly Shore, where
Yep.
it's just
That's
it's
such
like
a perfect
211.
word or person for that. Like, that movie felt very Pauly Shore. I mean,
Yeah.
across the board. Like, even in the beginning, that like everyone's like snatching wallets, but they're like, all right, you snatch a wallet, then you walk by this random other guy, he handed it off, and then he gets it, and they all get it, and it's just like, what? Like, it
And
was,
then you got the blind guy standing on the corner, just like,
Not
I hope
seeing-
I'm on the right street. I hope I am.
yeah. So that was a little fun. And they're all white kids, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. The whole gang, they had one black guy
See
they would
that
randomly
gang?
put on camera.
Yeah.
But they were all white kids until they sounded, once they put on the foot troop stuff, Asian. You notice that?
I didn't even think about that.
Dude, they're
Yeah.
all white. When you see them fighting, they're walking
Yeah.
around. It's all white kids. And the
Yeah.
second they put it on, they're like, hello,
As soon as they
Kimasabi.
put on like the fly eyes,
Yes.
that had the mesh and shit.
all Asian.
Yeah.
But they were all white kids when you see them. Like Daniel, redhead
Yeah.
white
yeah,
kid.
yeah.
Fucking
And then
guy.
Sam Rockwell was the leader of the
Did
you catch that?
No.
the kid, like the older kid with like the thin mustache and shit.
Yeah, yeah, I
Who's like shown when they first show the Foot Clan lair, where it's just like, do whatever you want, no parents,
Bro.
go crazy.
That
Check it out, man. Anything you guys want, we got. Anything you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Anything. You got any cigarettes? Regular or menthol?
First of all, that's what you're asking for. Like, bro, you can do anything you want here. Anything you want, we got it. And I'm thinking like, oh, that's cool. Like you can just leave it there because I'm thinking drugs right away.
Yeah, of
and then when
course.
he goes like, "What about cigarettes?" It's just like, oh man, this is hilarious.
That's the kid from the suburbs.
That layer looked really cool though.
It did.
If that was like an arcade somewhere, I would like that.
Yeah.
First of all, that should be an arcade somewhere. If they remade the TMNT layer,
And
dude,
they just purposely made
Or
it
the
look
foot
like
soldier.
an abandoned warehouse.
yeah,
That just had,
that'd be
like,
the
a
cool shit.
skateboard. That was the thing too. It was late. They filmed it 89, came out in 90.
Yep.
But it was like 80s skateboarding where it wasn't like the skate parks like we know today.
Yeah, they
it was
just-
just like a run. So you just go down a ramp, go down another ramp. That's it. And then like
Yeah, it was.
you just fucking shredded.
Yeah, bro, you shredded hard, dude. There's a lot of product placement in this movie.
Oh, for sure.
Like Burger King. I got Burger King, Domino's. Fuck, what's the other one? I didn't write
Which
down the
that
third
was
one.
another thing. They love pizza so much, but they order Domino's.
Yeah, which is really weird.
They also order a 13, unless there was like a fat ass delivery fee, which I don't see why there would be in New York.
They got $3 off
No, but
Remember?
originally it was a
Yeah.
$13 pizza in 1989.
from Domino's.
That's a what the fuck is
Dude,
on
a
that
$13
pizza?
pizza today from Domino's is expensive.
Yeah.
in 2020.
Yeah. You're talking almost 30 years ago. Actually, wait. Yeah, that is 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with $13, well, unless they put like fucking individual stock options on there.
Bro, that's because even if you go back to another 1990-ish movie was Home Alone, and you do every one of those pizzas, it ended up being like extremely cheap. I forgot what
Yeah.
the total was, but
$7, kid.
yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I also, I can't stand about every old movie.
What?
The hot girl, never hot. Bro.
April?
April O'Neil, so far from hot. Dude, that frizzy, curly hair look, thin, is never looked good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't, like, all right, the woman from Tommy Boy, the
Yeah.
mom, the drop dead gorgeous mom from Tommy Boy, she gets out of the pool and everyone's supposed to be like, hubba. And the whole time, even when I was a kid, I was like, ugh.
Oh, yeah. I remember you talking about
Bro,
it. Yeah.
every movie I watched back from that, like the hot girls,
Yeah.
like, I mean, Joe Schmo girl walking down the street today is bonkers hot compared to April O'Neil, dog. I could not believe when I saw her on the TV in the beginning and she was doing the newscast. I looked at my girl, like, that's April O'Neil. And she's like, who's that? And I was like, she should be hotter. That's who that is. Like that, like, dude, thank God
Yeah.
because if that was, what if we just don't know and that was like hottest girl
80s,
in
80s bombshell.
was her.
Like, we're looking back now. Meanwhile, everyone in 1989 was just like,
Oh, who is the babe?
but now we're just like, that's the evolution
Yeah,
of
dude.
beauty.
But what would we think she would? That's my question. If I was in 1980,
If we were back in 89,
would we think she was like? Because think about what the hot girl is in the movies now, like the Jennifer Love Hewitt. Like when I was a kid, can't hardly wait.
Are you talking about right in 2020?
All right, I just definitely showed my age for you. Hot girls.
Think about the hot
today.
girl right now.
JLH.
Mate, I can't even think of what month it is. In 2020, we all know, we can all agree,
But you know-
Jennifer Love Hewitt, right?
But still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
even when I was a kid, that was my like, whoa, that bitch
Yeah.
is stunning. You go to April
But-
O'Neil, dog.
Oh, who is the babe?
But I mean, here's the thing. So this was a low budget movie. This was
All
like
right, so
this was this. I don't know if it still
Was she
is.
hot for the budget? Dude, for how much?
For that pay grade. Bombshell.
Yeah, she's like set. Yeah, it's like a third round first. Like-
Bombshell. Yeah, that's top tier, third tier. You know. But this was, I don't know if it still is, but this was for a long time the most. Oh fuck! Why can't I think of it?
highest grossing.
The highest grossing
for at least-
indie film
Wow.
of all time.
So how the fuck? So their costumes and everything that was all low budget.
That was Jim Henson.
No way.
This was the last movie that Jim Henson did before he died.
Wow.
It came out like a month before he died, and he did it basically. The rumor is it was a favor to the director or producer or somebody, but he didn't even like it. He thought the movie was too violent. So, hey, you want to know something funny about fucking April?
It's the news lady.
So, So Jim Henson. A lot of people thought this movie was too violent, and even the
There was a long fight scene.
and even
they were
the,
like really long.
Even the producer, when it came out, was like, this might be my job. Like, this is pretty dark. It's
For kids.
not,
This is for
it's not
kids.
fun. It's not. That's why the trailer was fighting, because they're like, if we show any part of the movie, they're gonna be like, is this a drama? Like, what the fuck? What is
That's
this?
hilarious.
But so Jim Henson thought it was too dark. So did April. So did that actress. She thought it was too violent. That's the thing. She thought it was too violent.
Wow.
Since she also complained about how long the shoots were and everything. It was like 6 days a week, and she was complaining about that. So she the reason she didn't wear that jumpsuit, because in the cartoon she had the yellow jumpsuit. The reason she didn't wear it in the movie is because the actress complained and was like, it's disgusting looking, blah blah blah. So lo and behold, she was not invited back for any of the other films.
Dude, April's whole look was that jumpsuit.
Yeah,
It's like,
and they put her in a yellow trench coat at the beginning, and that was like
Yeah.
paying homage to it.
paying homage to the less cunty women that would have done it.
Can you imagine being like getting that role and being like tight, and then just fucking up so much that you like aren't invited back
And it's
because you're like,
And she's not a big actress. I've never seen her in anything. I've never been like, oh, that's April O'Neil from like. So how bad?
It's the news lady.
Yeah, like how bad were you? First of all, the acting this whole entire movie was god awful.
Yeah.
Top to bottom,
Yeah.
everybody was bad. But it's funny how Raphael and her looked like they were gonna be like a love interest in the beginning. You kind of feel that,
yeah.
And then she ended up going after the non-turtle Casey. It like was
For some fucking reason, she picks the human of the group.
right. It was like so obvious. At first, I'm like, there's no way they're gonna have. If she has a kid, I in my head I was like, I don't remember them having a makeout scene, but if there was her making out with Raphael,
Oh, you can find it. It's out there. They
to
filmed
Pornhub.
it.
That's
They
it.
filmed it.
that's extended.
And it's a
cut.
long one, too. It's a long scene.
You know, I used to have remember those Ninja Turtles that had like they were a baby turtle and you could like pull their shell back and then you switch this baby head for the big head. Like you basically turn them in from
Like they did with the Power Rangers?
yes
things?
But you can kind of. It was really crappy. You'd like open them up and turn them all, but you'd be able to like leave the tail out and make it look like he had a dick. It was really funny.
That's what they talked about that in that show.
Really?
Because the action figures had the tail, and then when they went to the costumes, I think they did like one drawing or like one like prototype, and they're like, no, that looks like a dick. That we can't do it. Even in some of the action figures, I think they noticed too, and they
cut it out completely.
Yeah. They castrated the boys. They castrated the boys. But yeah, so a lot of people thought this movie was too dark. And I mean, it definitely was.
But there were no one died in it though, other than
originally.
Oh, really?
Originally, you know, in the Foot Clan hideout,
Yeah.
that fucking warehouse, when that one kid is fighting
the sensei guy.
yeah, and he hits him and he fucking falls.
Yeah, he's like, you should never bow to a
Yeah, he's
enemy.
Never lower your eyes to an enemy.
that kid died.
No way. In the original?
Originally, that kid died. So he's
Mr. Johnson, stop! Please, please, stop! No!
Gencho. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
what they had to do in the
They had to
editing,
reshoot it?
in the editing they added him saying something and like him breathing, or people saying something to him and him breathing, so then you know he didn't die.
Oh, that's crazy.
But originally it was cut as that kid gets hit and then is fucking dead. And then
Damn, there's no reason for that. There's also a fight scene when Leonardo is like using his sword to try to get this guy like 9 times, and then finally the guy he like knocks a stick away and then like punches him or something. It's like out of all the weapons, Leonardo's the only one you can't really use.
yeah.
Like you can use a sai, a little, whatever. You could use the nunchucks. Fuck, they're all like knockout weapons,
He has
kind
the
of.
bow, right?
Leonardo's got, he's got the sword.
Oh, sword. Why can't you? That's the one you could use.
Well, I'm saying you're killing people. Everyone
Yeah.
else can have a fight scene, bro. Drop a sword in a fight scene.
Yeah. You hit someone once with a sword. It's
Lopping
like
off.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah,
Kill
yeah.
Bill out of
Yeah.
nowhere. So it's like it's so unrealistic where everyone else is using their weapons to the full capacity, and Leonardo has to kind of pull back unless there'd be blood. I mean, everywhere, dog. Like Donatello can do whatever he wants with that stick, and he's never gonna do. You know what I mean? Like any damage.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the most you could do would be like it wouldn't be any superficial wounds. So it's like you knock someone, you knock them out, blah blah blah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, a Sai you could like stab somebody.
You can.
You could stab their eye.
Which how funny was it in the beginning when April gets jumped outside and then like Raphael goes to help her up. She like picks up the Sai, like she's holding like she's gonna do anything. Like, and they just She's like, "Come here, guy." It's just I don't know. It was just very very funny.
Dude, I realized watching this, I have those nunchucks.
No, you don't.
The wooden ones. Yeah, I have them in my car right now. The wooden ones.
From what, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No, I got them from a dude I used to work with who just had a pair, and he was like, "You want them?" Because they were like in his garage for years.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah," and they're fucking wood, and they're serious.
Whoa.
They can do some damage. So.
Bad. Did you get the bad timing? You're telling me.
I'm just saying.
Remember that?
Don't fuck with me, all right?
Oh, but all right. So when April got jumped in the beginning, this might have been a little bit of a racist undertone. Is all the guys got tied up, right? And then like it's all black. And you don't see anything, and boom, you hear like her getting saved, and then the lights come on, and then everyone's tied up and sitting there. One person is hogtied on their back, the black guy. Everybody else,
are you serious?
Everybody else just sitting there like this, like, this is crazy. You look at the ground, there's a kid, feet and hands hogtied.
He's like, what the fuck?
Like, why can't I be sitting up? Regular like everyone else, bro. Everyone else is like halfway tied up. This kid is like the most disrespectful way to get tied up, dude.
Can you imagine coming to and being like, all right, I guess we're all tied.
Yeah, your feet and hands. You're just like, all right, everybody, I guess it's all. Wait, what?
Yo, hold up. Was I like the first one to get knocked out? I wasn't? Okay, then what the fuck?
They can all get up and walk away, and you're just like in like a cartoon when you have to like.
That's insane.
I thought that was fucked up.
I did think it was very funny when she got jumped in the subway.
Oh,
well,
yeah,
she didn't
yeah,
get
yeah.
jumped, but when they showed up,
chased her,
and he was like,
I deliver a message. Shut it.
that was
put
just
that on there. This shit was
that
the
was
best.
so just like older sibling energy where it's like, gotcha.
Oh yeah, she fell for the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
But did you notice that they like voice dubbed like half the movie? Did that come out to you at all? Like if you're watching scene by scene, you know how like if you're
For the turtles, they had to.
no, for even the people.
What?
Bro, when April and that guy, who's her boss, that bald guy, whatever,
Yeah.
they're talking back and forth when he goes into her apartment and like the turtles are all hiding.
Yeah.
Like watch them. You can know it sounds like they're it's like I'm talking into this microphone. Now it's your turn. Walk over. Like there's no
Yeah.
distance. There's no depth, and you can even see it in their lips sometimes. They used to do it all the time in old movies because they couldn't get the
sound would be
audio.
fucked up.
So they would have people listen to what they said like 9 times and be like, okay, I got it, and just repeat it the exact way they said it. But it never quite links up, bro. They did it so much in this movie.
Weird.
Like I wrote it, like I kept telling my girl, and she even noticed it to the point where she's like, oh yeah, it sounds like they're not even across the room. Like
Yeah.
you could hear it. Like your body's even interpreting it as 2 people next to each other rather than in different. Bro, it was. I'll
have
so
to go
weird.
back and watch it now
100
because
yeah.
I didn't pick up on that at all.
Oh really?
But I'm sure,
bro. From the beginning, you'll be like, "Oh shit! Like this is crazy."
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
I wrote that down a couple times. I was like, "This is crazy." And then, they're waiting for the pizza. Oh, they ordered the pizza. And when they ordered pizza, I think they were all dancing.
Oh,
around.
and they're having like the dance party,
Yes.
and Splinter's like,
Yes.
I love you, boys." That was the thing. He was always. So this whole movie, at first, I was like, "Oh, it's just about how fathers need to love their sons, otherwise they turn into monsters." But then, I saw an article online that someone, or not an article, but a theory that Splinter and Shredder both run cults, and so the way Shredder runs his is your typical like fucking get the kid, and it's all on kids, so they prey on kids. So the way Shredder does it is no one loves you, no one cares, so just come in here, I'll give you what you want, blah, 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 and then you just fight for me, and we're your family now, but no one else cares about you.
Okay, this is the most repeated thing. X-Men, Professor Xavier,
Oh, yeah, it's
Magneto.
in everything.
It's the same thing. Get kids, and right when they're kids, be like, hey, no one loves
Ivan
you,
Ooze.
boom.
Ivan Ooze in Power Rangers does the same thing.
There you go.
Gets the kids.
Star
the kids
Wars.
get the parent. Yeah.
Jedi, like Darth. It's so funny.
It happens in real life too. I mean, there's fucking warlords in Africa that are just like, give the kids
What was that
guns,
guy's-
give them drugs and booze.
What was that one guy's name? Something 2020. Remember that?
Coney 2012.
Coney 2012.
Coney 2012. Did you donate?
No.
I did. I donated $20.
I found out
when
what it
I
was.
really could have used $20.
Say, yo, Coney. Elliott 2022 or whatever. But I didn't notice there was a lot of voice dubbing, and then the music in it was just terrible. Oh yeah, the racist Chinese voice guy slaps April, and then she pulls out Raphael's side. Oh yeah, so when he walked up to her and did that random face slap, like, and they all had heavy like. The accents were so heavily racistly Chinese the entire time.
Yes.
Do you notice that?
And it was Japanese because the Foot Clan was Japanese. Because in the beginning, April's like, yeah, a lot of people are saying that this was the same shit that happened in Japan. And then that's when the police chief, hold on, can we talk about this police chief who is like the stereotypical
screaming the
who
entire time,
screams everything. And even, oh my God, even when when he gives like his like speech or whatever to her about what they're gonna do.
We are presently executing a plan of redeployment that will minimize response time while maximizing coordination between patrol units in a decentralized networking scheme.
Huh. I'm not sure I understood all that, Chief Stearns. Would you mind repeating it? In English, perhaps?
One, why was that the craziest diss?
Yeah.
Because you remember it used to be where someone would say something, you'd be like, in English, and everyone would be like, oh, got his ass.
Do you think that was because of a racist thing? There's so many immigrants coming here, and that could have just been like, English, please?
I don't think so.
Really?
I think you're looking for it on that.
You don't think so? Because I think my
so.
parents got that a lot because we had like the Spanish accents, and people just.
Oh, you're saying back then, not in the movie.
Yeah, back then.
Yeah.
Not in the movie, but I think that's where that term came from, is in English, please, because people are so like.
But then also when people would, but then it was like a class thing too, because then if someone spoke too like big word, too big wordy, you know. But if someone was using like proper English and too many big words, you'd be like, I'm sorry, in English.
Gotcha.
And they'd
to like cut them down a little bit.
Yeah, and then they would like simple, which is what he was doing. But then because she said that, and then I went back and listened to it, and it was like, it's pretty clear what he's saying.
That's what I thought I remember when she said that. The first thing I thought was like, it's not like he was using this like these terms that like even like hospital like you wouldn't kind of get. It was like a little too. It was very simple.
Yeah, and it was actually very similar to cryptocurrency. What he's saying, he's like, we're just gonna decentralize so we have better communication and this and that. And she's just like,
would you mind repeating it in English, perhaps?
She's very cunty the whole time.
It's just then off the set, she was just not good enough to come back. That's the thing. You're such a bummer.
Yeah.
That you dissed the character you're playing.
Which is, I mean, if I get asked to be a Ninja Turtle, if I'm like, hey, I will, but don't like that green suit.
Yeah.
Not doing it.
Yeah. I don't like turtles. Could I just be? What if that was Casey Jones?
Oh, that was so
what if it's
funny,
like he's just like, I don't want to be a turtle. Let me just be a dude.
Yeah, and they're like, all right, we'll create some guy named I don't know, Casey.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Casey
what does he use? I don't know,
Jones.
dude. Fucking hockey. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He's the most fucking like why? Like, why is this guy even a character in this show?
Because I don't remember like watching this as a kid. I know I like saw bits and pieces of it, but I wasn't like super into it and everything. So when I first saw him on this rewatch, I was like, oh, okay. And then I saw how much time he had in that initial scene where he's fighting the guys.
Raphael, and you're like, he's coming back.
Fuck, this dude, he's in it.
Yeah.
There's no way they
So
invest
corny.
this much time in him, and then he doesn't come
Everything
back.
back in that day was really rapey too. Like, you notice that, like, when so after the first fight when April got knocked out, and then like Raphael like saves her, and then laying her on the couch and everyone's like looking over her, and then Michelangelo's like,
Raphael, what are you doing?
She got jumped in the subway. I had to bring her here.
It's the news lady.
Can we keep her?
Bring water, cold washcloth, pillow.
Far out.
It's like,
because Splinter's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, like,
why
why'd
do you
bring
have
this
that woman?
Yeah, And the first thing he thinks is like, can we keep this girl? Or when later Kate, like she has like, you can see she's like rubbing her neck, like, oh, my back hurts.
Yeah, and then he just comes up and
he like
I'm
forces her down to the chair.
She's like, stop, and he's like, no, you like that shit.
Yeah, he literally man.
You like Casey's hands.
And the worst part is she was even like,
and then after, well, there were a bunch of scenes that were cut out on the farm, where it gave more backstory and character to the turtles, where it's like them. So you remember in the final scene, or the final chunk, when they're fighting all the Foot Clan, and they beat up a shit ton of them, and then one of the turtles has an apple.
No sweat. Gosh, I do hope there's more of them.
So originally in the farm sequence, they are like training with each other, and they play like a hot potato game where they have an apple and they throw it to someone, and then that person has to be able to take a bite of the apple while fighting off all the other ones.
Gotcha.
And like one of them can do it and the rest like can't. And then through the montage, they show them individually training and shit like that, and blah blah blah. So then
they cut down the montage.
So then long. So then that apple, yeah, right. So then that apple scene was a callback to that. But then the Casey and news lady thing was they show them talking more and getting to know each other more.
Because in the beginning they just argued. He's like, "Oh yeah, you got fired," and she's like, "You asshole!" And she's like, "You bitch!" Or they just like kind of walked away.
Hey, I'm on April's side for that, because that had to be the worst day of her life, where literally the antique store that she only kept because of her dead father, it's her memory, and she's like,
I only keep it open part-time, mostly for my dad. You love junk. I don't know, I guess it's kind of dumb to lose money on a business just because you miss your father.
Yeah,
that's burning down
to the ground.
Then in the middle of that, you get fired from your job.
Yeah, it's a pretty hard day for old Ludgate.
And then he's just like,
and I need to call my boss.
You mean Charles?
How did you know that?
Well, he left a message on your machine just before we got out.
And?
Well, hey, you just saved yourself an 8-mile round tripper. You were fired.
I just saved myself?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
What did you do? Did you take classes in insensitivity?
Hey, I was just trying to break it to you easy.
Oh, well, you failed miserably.
Hey, Broadzilla, you wouldn't even be standing here if it weren't for me, okay?
Oh, and what do you want? Do you want to thank you?
No. It's me who should thank you for that privilege, right?
Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
I feel like when guys don't know how to act, they go very like Guinea. You know what I'm saying? Like when white, like every time I see someone doesn't know how to act, it's like, oh, hey, I'm just doing this for you. What do you think? It's like a weird Robert De Niro kind of like.
He did kind of look like Robert De Niro.
Yes.
He had a young De Niro face.
Right? And when I saw it in the beginning, I was like, there's no way. I was like staring at my screen like, that's not De Niro. But it
De Niro just hopped in. He's like, oh, let me fucking do one.
Yeah, it's his brother fucking
which I'm
Randall
sure,
De Niro.
I'm sure Bobby and Randy. The De Niro boys.
Yeah, it's like, whatever happened to your brother Randy? He's like, I don't know. Right? He was in TMNT 1.
That was his big. I got him the movie.
I got him the
movie. I don't know what he did. When I saw that, I was like, I'm sure he tried to play that up in his time, his De Niro.
100%. He probably went out for everything that they needed, like a De Niro type.
Yeah.
He's like, I got this.
I got it in the bag.
And
then just
that's his resume. Just says Teen Mutant Ninja.
And then he walks in. He's like, I'll be fucking Casey Jones. I don't care. But yeah, he did have that. He had like incel energy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's like, if you look at it, terrible day for her. And he's just like, I guess it's good for you. And she's like, no. And he's like, what? Fuck you, bitch.
Yeah, when she got knocked down and woke up in the lair around everybody too. And she's just like, oh my God, am I dreaming? And then she's like, okay, trying to explain like the turtles are because of this and this.
Yeah.
Like the worst acting scene ever. She literally sat on the couch and said,
15 years ago.
Why don't I ever dream of Harrison Ford?
That's the hot guy.
Even then, that's a dated reference. That's a dated reference.
Like, what? Was he ever that guy? I didn't know Harrison Ford was ever that guy. I thought he was more like the fucking Morgan Freeman of white guys. You know what I mean?
The only way this would make sense is if you had to like pay royalties on using someone's name, and they're like,
can't
"This
afford
is
Tom
the
Cruise.
we can't afford." But that's not the case. You could pick anybody, and they're like
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford.
And then they go when Splinter has his backstory, dog. That is my favorite scene ever.
Many years ago, I lived in Japan, a pet of my master Yoshi, mimicking his movements from my cage and learning the mysterious art of ninjutsu.
When he's like in the rat cage practicing
I lost
karate.
it. I was like, this is the dumbest thing I have ever. I already had a hard time. Here's the thing. I think it was because I wasn't super into them as kids.
Oh, okay.
That I had a hard time with the rat.
Oh.
I'm like, this is a fucking rat. And I love rats. Look, I'll go on record right now. I'm a huge fan of rats. I don't like them as pets. I like city rats. You show me, if I see a city rat, if you've been around me and you see me, and I will point it out and I will get so excited. Yeah. I don't know why, but there's across from the underground in Seattle.
Oh, homie, that
when they
little
were
alleyway.
That alley,
Brutal.
rat alley.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Brutal.
Every time I would leave, if I was like going to the train or something, I'd be like, let me just take a look at that alley. And you just see them scurrying, and they're fucking big and they're
huge.
Love them. Love rats. Saw this and I'm like, this is dumb.
You know what's great? You know Splinter's hand? Remember Scary Movie? That guy who had the fucked up hand?
Take my strong hand. Yeah.
Well, that's Splinter's hand, Doc.
But it was like E.T. hand too.
Yeah, he was like
the fingers
when
were
you put it
super
against the
long.
people's face, and you could see the puppet have to press like the pressure from the gross fingers.
He's trying to make him feel better, but they're like, "Don't touch me, bro." He had like bulbous and
oh, that was, yeah. Each knuckle was like a ball.
Yeah.
Like marbles on strings for his fingers, dude.
Yeah.
So
that
terrible.
was that. Yeah, but that scene though, where it's like supposed to be super serious. I was training and blah blah blah. And it's just a rat in a cage.
And that's the craziest thing. All right, so the radioactivity explains why he got super smarter and why the turtles got bigger, but never explained the training rat before all this. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I get you get radioactive because in the radioactive scene was the best when there's actual turtles.
The little ones were crawling into a strange glowing ooze from a broken canister nearby.
They did a fake
Like
rat
pet store
and they were like,
turtles.
put the real turtles in there. But look, guys, we're not gonna skimp on our mains right here. Get the real turtles.
That's yeah, but like the rat guy, 100%. It's like this is pre-toxic sludge. You're doing karate in a cage. I don't know. That's a hole in that story.
Well, someone even did the math online. Someone that knows animals and was like, the turtles are older than him.
Oh,
because in that scene where you see the turtles, like by the size of those turtles. and just how quickly like their lifespans versus a rat.
Yeah,
Rat's
yeah,
lifespan
yeah.
is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
So it's like physically he'll get bigger, but he can be. So they're like the turtles were older than the rat, but the rat. That's what I'm saying. The rat had like that cult thing where he's like, that's the thing. Shredder ruled with no one loves you. He wasn't even like I love you. He was like no one loves you, but no one loves any of us.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
let's just sit here and smoke cigarettes and play arcade games. There was that kid
And
playing.
shred.
There's a kid playing pool with the fucking cigar.
Bro, I saw. Yeah,
Like that
first of all,
big-ass stogie.
he's like 8 years old.
Yeah.
So instantly, I know he's
But like a champ with
Yeah.
both.
And he's
with
puffing
with
it.
Yeah, he's puffing it and he's like lining up the shot. So it's like, dude, this kid's been here for a while.
It's good bangs, bro.
This kid has some fucking depth.
Yeah, man. That's so. That layer, bro. That's all right. When I become a millionaire, homie, I'm opening the team. Like I'm opening that layer.
Shredder's
dog.
Lair.
Shredder's Lair, dog.
Mike Masilotti presents
just-
Shredder's
And
Lair.
you just got to pay certain kids to skate. You don't let everyone skate because of fucking,
Hold on, here's the thing. Is it for adults or are you still only letting kids in?
Oh, that's true.
Because
you only got me if they're kids. I'm only
all
down
right,
if they're
well,
kids.
that's been the pod. No, but that's the thing is, so Shredder rules with no one loves you, but no one loves any of us. So
Well,
here
first
we
of
are,
all-
we're just a group of misfits, blah, blah, blah. But then Splinter is like, I fucking love you, Turtles. I love
Bro,
you so much. You're my sons. I will do anything
How
for
about
you.
when the kid Daniel comes over, like, you are alive, and he's like, does anybody listen to you?
How can a face so young wear so many burdens?
So, you can talk.
Yes, and I can also listen.
That's like his culty thing where he's like, I
"Don't-
love you.
He's like, don't try this on me. He's like, "No," but then instead of leaving, he just kind of leans on the wall. He's like, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever you're doing, rat, ain't gonna work. But he doesn't leave, and then the rat's just like, do you need an ear to talk to?
Yeah.
He's like, I bet your father loves you very much.
My ear is open if you care to use it.
No, I don't think so.
Wait, what?
It's the funniest shit
Hold
ever,
on.
bro.
Oh,
My ear is open if you care to use it.
that's like, I feel like if someone asks Splinter, they're like, what are you here for? What are you on this earth for? And he'd be like, I'm here to love children, to love all of the children,
And
let them live with me in the sewer. And they'd be like, I don't know about that, bro.
I will say, I love how accurate the writing was on that line because he did get one of his ears cut off. He goes, my ear is open, not my ears are open to you.
I didn't even fucking catch
My
that.
ear.
I didn't
is
even catch
open.
that. You know, when they wrote that, they sat down and they're like, oh yeah,
Bro.
this is on levels that you can't even comprehend.
It's like when people it's like the rewatchability factor is gonna go through the roof. All these Easter eggs they're trying to
It's
put
like
in.
fucking Memento.
It's like if you noticed one of the games that they were playing in the arcade, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was before that game even existed, dog.
Fucking think about it. What other movie in 1990 is doing the shit we're doing?
I wrote down the kids that were playing pool and smoking cigars. You noticed the girl that was looking all badass. What was she doing? Blowing bubbles with bubble gum.
Whatever you want, you
Bro,
can do whatever you want.
Whenever they try to show oh, this bitch, she's a card. You know what I'm saying?
She's so badass, she doesn't need to do any of that.
It's like the giant bubble, loud pop.
Yeah.
Like that's like woof. She's a tough one.
She'll cut you. She'll cut you.
That was the funniest shit to me. It's like, okay, we get it. You're tough. You blow
She'll
bubbles.
fucking cut you. Yeah. So that, I mean,
Oh, this is it. Anything you want, we got it. Anything you want to do it. That was the actual quote. And then the
Do
guy's
it.
like, you got any cigarettes? Like that was his response.
yeah, man. Of course we have
I
fucking
know.
cigarettes.
I'd be so angry. I'd throw the card.
You want heroin? Like, ask for heroin.
He's like, you have girls and heroin. He's like, cigarette. Get out of it. Yeah, he's an idiot. Wants
Are the arcade games free?
You have soda pop? Can we make root beer floats? Just like,
There's not a bedtime, is there?
yeah.
Awesome.
Do you have a s'more station?
I'm sure there are kids that got kicked out for being too lame.
Yeah, oh, dude.
Wow, this is pretty great, guys. We can stay up as late as we want, huh? Awesome. But then they're like, yeah, you're not like kind of pissed off that you're sleeping on concrete?
Yeah, that was amazing. Where did they all sleep? Did they show that? The kids?
No, because it was probably just
They probably all, it's like the Seattle homeless kids. They all probably went back home to their rich families and slept in their nice beds.
Well, that's what that's what Dan was doing.
Exactly. Then you get home, you wake up, you're like, thanks for this house, Dad, you jerk. And
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
going back to
Slam door, Blink 182.
slam
Let's
your
go.
double doors. You rich as hell.
My car's out of gas, you fucking dick.
He's like, I have to use the electric engine this time. Wee.
Do you know how dumb I look silently pulling up to a fucking stoplight?
You can't show up to Splinter's lair in an electric car, Dad.
For real. Well,
dude,
then,
so great.
So that's the thing, though. It's like all about a father's love, and then which Dan gets at the end
I
when
know.
his dad shows up, and he's like, "Danny, oh, Danny," and then the best part, my favorite part.
Are you okay, Danny? It's okay, Dad. I'm okay. Really. I'm okay. Dad, it's just Dan now, okay?
Dan.
And he's like,
Dan?
"Okay." And he's like, but I still...
Dad, it's Dan. Yeah, Splinter talking. Dude, that is so funny. How about this? Shredder's walk-up music started out super lame and then became the coolest ever, bro.
Are you talking about when he walks into the lair and all the kids are around?
Yes. Right when he
that
walks
was
in.
See, there was some dope shots.
That was
in
great.
Here. There's some
Except
really
for-
good cinematography.
Did you notice when the guy's taking his cloak off, he's like getting stuck on the razors? It's like, hey, what about take two? Like, this shit's taking him way too long.
Shredder's just whispering, just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. And he's like,
Conto.
I told you this is why we shouldn't have the razor blade shoulder pads. It's not that fucking hard.
He's like, or we just don't put the cape over him. I don't know why you need both.
I'm not even taking it off. I'm just moving it. I'm just moving it. Just keep it like this originally.
Just keep it exposed. I'm telling you, dude, the mask is scary enough. They're not going to be more impressed when they're like, whoa. And first of all,
Whoa. He has two positions for his cape. Whoa.
And then the funniest part, Shredder's like my size. He's like this small guy. Did you notice the big
he
body?
wasn't big.
He wasn't a big guy at all.
This was the only movie of the franchise that he actually does martial arts.
Oh,
the other ones he doesn't. And what was interesting is since they originally in the comics they originally made the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as like a joke in between themselves, and so they kill Shredder in the first, let's say first episode in the first issue, and then when it like picked up, they were like, "Oh fuck! Well, we just killed our main dude because we weren't expecting any of this to happen." So then they just came up with a shit ton of more villains, but they do the same thing in this movie.
Yeah, like Bebop,
they kill,
Rocksteady.
they kill Shredder at the end when he falls into the garbage compactor,
When
and
the guy's
they
like,
watch him.
"Oops."
They watch him get crushed, and they're all just like,
I love that dude. What Casey just happens to be standing there, and he's just like, "Oops," and then like clicks the thing.
For when you die, it will without honor.
Oops. They're all just watching a man get crushed by a fucking compactor, just like
Excellent.
I love let's see, money cannot buy the honor which you have earned tonight. That was another quote I liked a lot.
Was that Shredder? See, that's the thing. It's like, is it Shredder or is it
I think it was Shredder.
Splinter?
I think it was Shredder.
Because they
together-
both have the things where they're like,
Yeah.
we're taking advantage of these kids, but
Yeah, that's true. Together we will punish these creatures, these turtles.
There is a new enemy. Freaks of nature who interfere with our business. You are my eyes and ears. Find them. Together we will punish these creatures. These turtles.
You could tell he had so much trouble saying that
Yeah,
word. Like,
yeah.
cut. These turtles. Turtles. He's like,
just say
these
fucking turtles, dude.
turtles.
Just say fucking turtles.
He like pushed out the R in that as hard as he could.
Yeah.
That R came from the back of his throat.
Yeah.
Those turtles.
For real. Fucking just
That was
push it
great.
out.
Oh, how about this? When April's talking to the chief about the possible connection to the ninja thieves from Japan.
Yeah.
And she got mad that he didn't take her seriously. What? It's like, all right, news reporter comes in. Hey, police chief, I think this could be tied to these ninja thieves from Japan.
Yeah.
It's like, who the fuck takes that seriously? She acted like it's his fault for not taking her. Like, we would have caught this a while ago.
I mean,
if you listened to me when I told you about these ninja thieves from Japan.
I get both sides. I get where it's like, okay, because he even says, but this is where it's like it was a different time because he just shouts.
Just what is it you hope to accomplish out there, besides busting my chops?
I think you know just as much as I do about this Foot Clan, and I don't think you're doing anything about it.
You expect me to waste precious manpower because a few immigrants are reminded of something that supposedly happened years ago in Japan?
Have you got something else?
Are you trying to tell me how to do my job?
And that's where it's like, ugh, can't say that anymore.
You know what's so funny? I bet if you look back, they dubbed over the word immigrant. His mouth is saying gook, but they're just like, you think I care about these It says immigrants, but he's obviously like, ooks.
You think I care about immigrants?
But yeah, it was definitely that police chief was I wanted to count. If we go back, I bet he yells more than 75% of his lines.
Yeah, because he's only in there like for
he's in like
3 minutes.
But like 6 different times, and you see him pop up. Every time he comes up, he's yelling. Every time the police chief talks, he's yelling. First thing he does, he's screaming.
He's not yelling when April's interviewing him. And then he's not yelling when he calls Danny's dad to be like, take her off.
Yeah.
Take her off.
But he says 3 words. He's like, Mr. Whatever.
Is your son Danny, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, he leans back, puts his feet up. Scene change.
Hello. Charles Pennington?
Yeah, who's this?
You got a son named Danny, Charles?
I also like how he asked, where it's like, you clearly have all this shit and you know that's his kid.
Yeah. That'd be funny if he was like, no? Okay, sorry, wrong number.
I am so sorry, ma'am. Please, sorry, go back to bed.
Yeah, I got Splinter talking to Danny, so gay. My dad could care less about me. And then Splinter's like, I doubt that is true. All fathers care about their sons.
And then he cries thinking of... See, that's the thing, where it's like, it's father's love, but he was like, I will do anything for it. He's like... I guess that's how you know he has a heart of gold, because he's like a rat who is very intelligent now, and with all of that, he's like, I just want to raise 4 good turtles. You know, I want them to be good members of society and really help out. And I'll live in a sewer. I'll get fucking tortured. Like, I don't care.
You think it's easy to live? It's cheaper living in a sewer. If I didn't have to raise these brats, I'd be living above ground.
I'd have a fucking townhouse. I'd have a penthouse.
You know how much it costs to feed 4 turtles who only eat pizza?
How many rats do you know that can successfully play the stock market? Exactly.
And then I got, all right, so cut forward to April when she's drawing the Ninja Turtles.
It's the news lady.
That's bad enough, but they've also lost the opportunity to find out about their mentor, and I'm sure that hurts them much more than anything else. Each of them deals with this confusion in his own way. Donatello has found someone to latch on to.
She's the worst artist, first of all.
I love that scene because when I first saw it, I was like, all right, now she's writing in a diary. Cut to over the shoulder shot. Oh no, she's just drawing.
And talking to herself with a monologue.
But then they show her drawing and she's not even talking.
Yeah.
So it's like, where is she writing this down?
Yeah,
where is this coming from?
Yeah, it was very funny.
And there was a part where she draws that got cut out, where she draws what's his face?
Casey?
Yeah, where she draws Casey.
Is it like a reverse Titanic scene?
And then, yeah, where he's laying down with a hockey stick. She draws him in that same sequence, and then later at the farm, she's showing him the drawings. And then, like when you're showing someone shit on your phone and you accidentally swipe too far, and then it's a drawing of them, and you're like, "Oops!" And then they both laugh.
It's
so
like him.
it's
like her like choking on his dick. It's like cum coming out her ears.
Just,
and ooh, my dad.
Just crazy hentai of them.
Bukkake with the turtles and Casey in the middle. He's just getting gangbanged.
He's just like. He doesn't realize it's her at first though, so she fucking does it, and she tries to cover it up, and he goes,
"Oh, who is the babe?"
and moves it back. It's like, oh.
And by babe, I meant pig, like in the movie. Who's the slam pig?
Dear God.
Oh, my God. And then I love when they put Raphael in the tub, and then they're just like running. She's running water. You can see his foam suit just getting wet. And she like puts his hand on his turtle shell, and you see it like the foam dipping.
Yeah. He's just fucking, he's passed out for a few days.
Yep.
And they're just like, which I didn't even catch that that's what happened in the fire. I didn't even notice when that happened, and they're like, we got to get him out of here. Did they say that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I think they did it like real quick, because it was long, because she's like, oh. Also, when she's like, yeah, there's a trap door right over here, they fucking go through, and then they just close it, and then the Foot Clan is like, how does the door work?
Yeah, right?
It's
no
like,
lock
you
on
just
the
watched them do it, so how the fuck didn't you get it? But then they get him. He's passed out, and then they just let him fucking chill for days.
Yeah.
Potentially dead.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he comes back too, he's like,
Pizza! Pizza!
and then the other one just yells to a house.
Bring some food!
It's like that's you're not gonna be like, oh, hold on, dude, you were just in a fucking coma.
I did write down there was a gay joke in there. Because he goes, I never even looked at another guy.
Oh yeah.
Who said that? I forgot on that.
When they went down with Casey into the sewer, and he's just like, hold on, we gotta stay all night down here.
Oh,
and then it's like,
yeah.
and he goes, that was like his gotcha moment where he's like, you're a claustrophobic.
What is all this talk about spending the night down here?
You're a claustrophobic.
You want a fist in the mouth? I've never even looked at another guy before.
It's
like, and you know what the funniest part is?
All right.
He's like, first of all, claustrophobic. Like, it's a giant, wide open room.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you know.
But I think just knowing that you're underground.
But then he lays in the cab of his car, which is a coffin. He's, you know what I mean? Like, that was, I know he rolled down the window being like, but that was the funniest shit. Like, I'm a claustrophobic.
Yeah. So let me.
I never even looked at another guy.
Looked at a dude.
That's so great. Yeah, I got rat cage mimic fighting in the that's so great.
That rat cage was so funny.
Then all right. Yeah, it was just great. I was going toward the end then when there's the giant fight scene on the roof, and then all the foot soldiers are running to the roof, and Casey like goes to see him. There's only two of them, and he like runs over to this dump truck, backs it up into the ladder, and then the ladder just knocks the guys off the ladder, and then he goes and knocks them out, and he's like, yes. It's like, that was a lot of work.
80s fight.
Yeah, it was just the fight for how many good fight scenes there were some very bad, like, I don't know.
I mean, there were definitely plot things that they established, like the thing with Splinter talking to Raphael about his anger.
Yeah.
Where he's like, you're fucking angry, kid.
Yeah.
You need to chill out, and you're too much of a loner.
They never close that out.
It never comes back up.
You know what it is? When they kind of close it out, when Raphael came to, and he goes, and then Leonardo's like, remember when I said there was something about you being on our team, like we need you, or something? It was something gay like that, and they hugged each other. It was right when Raphael woke up. They had a moment. I think that was them being like, we need you on our team kind of thing, which was super lame.
Yeah, but I was even thinking it was like the way that they set it up, where it's like you do this and it's bad because you're affecting the team. It never affects the team. At first, I thought it did when he goes up on the roof and he's pissed off and he's like just fucking, and he's like doing kicks and then just spins. And he's like, I gotta blow off some fucking turtle steam, and he does that, and then that's when Casey sees him.
Well, it affects the team when he leaves or when he brings April back, because that's when it affected him though, because he got kidnapped. Because that's Raphael was the reason Splinter got kidnapped. Because the one foot soldier saw where the lair was when Raphael ran back with April, told the other foot guys, and then they all came back. So if Splinter died in that scene, for some reason, Raphael got Splinter. Like, that was all Raphael.
The blood would be on Raphael's hands.
When he meditates, he's like...
just the giant...
Oh, God. I got, the dad and Danny. Dad, it's just Dan now, okay?
Dan.
I think at the end when... everything's happening. The guy's like, April, I really need you to cover this. Like, there's a story happening, and she's just like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's like, this one bitch, she's one of the highest paid reporters in New York City. He's like, well, now you are. Ugh. It was just like,
I'll do anything, April.
I know.
Just come back.
Yeah, then Casey and April make out to the turtles cheering along. And then that was fucking terrible. That was just so funny. She's just like, kiss me, you jerk. I gotta go do this.
Oh, yeah.
That
was like young little kids flirting, where they're both just mean to each other back and forth and blah blah blah. And then in that moment, it's like, ugh, just kiss me.
I know, it was the worst. And then, obviously, I've always liked Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
But you know the last word, the last thing said in the movie.
I have always liked Cowabunga.
Huh?
Cowabunga! I made a funny.
Terrible.
I made a funny. Like,
Excellent.
End of the movie. Well, it was supposed to be the alternate ending, which you can watch.
Are you being for real?
Yeah, the alternate ending was April and Danny go to a comic book like
What?
agency guy and pitch the story
Oh
of the Ninja
my
Turtles,
God.
and then the comic book guy is like, seems a little far fetched, and
And
he's in
then-
front of this big window, and all the turtles are like leaning on the window watching, and then one of them falls, and then he like grabs the ledge and is like, figures, and then like pulls himself up, and that's it. So
You could have made it worse.
So you could have, I made a funny, or
yeah, that's pretty bad.
April's
God damn.
terrible life just gets added to, where she gets then shut down for this thing.
Well.
So, well, what do you want to see? A prequel, sequel, or a reboot? And there are obviously
I
there
know what you mean,
are
of
there
that
are
one.
sequels, but if you
I
can
would
make
say
your
actually a
own-
prequel.
of what?
Because I would like to see. I never laughed harder than watching Splinter dancing in the cage. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Have you seen the TikTok of the rat dancing?
No.
It's to a 6ix9ine song.
Oh, that's
and
great.
it's like this rat. I'll put it up because it's fucking hilarious. But it's this like computer rat that kind of looks like Ratatouille, but it's black.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like him doing a Michael Jackson dance,
Oh,
but they
great.
put it to this was like, and then he like puts on a hat and like does all this
Nice.
shit. So that's what that reminded me of.
I love
But-
that. So a prequel would be kind of fun if they delved a little, because every time they showed anything going flashback of like the dude and his wife, like his master,
and that
all
was an interesting story. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like I think that would be a really cool like.
Yeah.
You know, I think the
See how
baby
see
turtles.
how-
What happened to these adolescent turtles? Prepubescent turtles.
Which someone else did say, young turtles are very horny. They want to reproduce a shit ton. So,
maybe
those turtles
so
are probably going nuts.
Maybe the prequel will be on Pornhub. Turtle porn.
I like where this is going.
What is it? Heroes with a half shell, turtle power, or is that what it's called? Not a half shell. Is that what it's called?
Heroes with halves. That's oysters. Oysters on the half shell.
No, it's the new Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell, turtle power. You never
I
heard
don't
of that?
know.
All right, I'm gonna look that up. But yeah, prequel all day.
Prequel of Splinter's story, where you see how his master gets him a mangy looking rat, keeps him as a pet, and
Let's
then
see.
didn't the master tell his wife to go with Splinter? Isn't that what happened? To go somewhere else?
The
Splinter's master.
Splinter's
'Cause
master
Splinter's master's wife
was
and-
supposed to
and-
fight. Oh, they were supposed to fight for her honor, for her.
Yeah.
And then he just he was like, nah, fuck that, and they bounced.
Yeah.
And then Shredder showed up and murdered her.
I was like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah. And then let me see. Yeah, then I guess he just showed up and murdered them anyway. Where the fuck is this? This is Heroes in a Oh my god, turtle
Oysters
power.
in a half shell.
I feel like it was that. Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Do you know Power Rangers were the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because it was the same amount, the same syllables as Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Wow.
They were trying to like recreate that success.
Yeah, Heroes
Turtle
in
power.
a half shell, turtle power. It is Heroes in a half shell.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a full shell.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
It is, yeah. Were the original ones just like mutilated? They
Yeah.
are mutants. Oh, maybe the first ones they had a half shell looked like they were all fucked
Super
up.
deformed.
But they just couldn't fight because they were so fucked up.
Yeah, but Splinter was still like, these are my boys. I will train them to fight. And they're just like, kill me now, please. He's like, I love you. I love all children.
Oh shit, man!
I
But
guess I would want to see. I want to see a prequel of fuck. I forget.
Oh, who is the babe?
April,
No,
Casey.
Casey Jones. I want to see his story.
Oh, that'd be
His
great.
sad ass story.
Oh, bro,
like
that'd be a
dark okay. Either want to see his dark ass story, like Joker type
Yeah,
deal.
Oh, that'd be
where
so,
it's
dude.
him just like because he said he played professional hockey
Yup.
for a year, got
Yup.
injured, so you know he hit a dark patch where he was just like
Oh yeah.
just in that fucking tank top and sweatpants just all the time, just fucking drinking, just like I play hockey. I'm Casey fucking Jones. And then he cleaned up his act a little bit.
Yeah.
And was overcompensating with, all right, now I got to clean up the world. Like that's maybe he was like he hit a point where he like OD'd or something and like saw God. But it was really Splinter who was like,
what if,
I love you. You're here for a reason.
How great would it be if his backstory is this is just him tripping balls? This whole thing is just Casey's
and he
trip.
wakes up, and April's the one who found him on the street and is like, yo, you good?
Yeah, you okay?
And he's like, ah. No, he wakes up and he's like,
Oh, who is the babe?
and she's like, oh, fuck you. And just walks away.
Oh, that'd be great.
And then he just goes, whoops, and then just pulls from a bottle.
And then it would probably slowly scan to him like drinking, and then you just like see the camera go to like a tank with 4 turtles in it.
Yeah, and he's in front of a pet store. And he I just hunker down here at night and I watch the turtles. And I pass out, and then I wake up and I do the same thing again. Yeah, so either that or a dark reboot.
Of
this. Where it's just like, but you see more of
instead of cigarettes when they get cartons of cigarettes, like
it's
really
unfiltered,
like the
cigarettes.
real, like this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the real story.
Yeah, you got any horse?
Like, just
he's like
these sluts.
regular or menthol. That's that.
Oh man.
And then, but even when this is jumping back a little bit, but even when Casey Jones at the end when they defeat Shredder and they was looking at the kids, he's like, "Why are you here? You call this your?" He edges a great speech because he starts it up. They're like, "Oh, we're family," and he's like, "This is your family, this." And then he just walks away.
We're a family.
Family? You see what you said? Family? You call this here and that down there family?
It's like you could have had such a good speech.
Yeah. They probably had so many different tries of the good speech.
Yeah.
And then they just like at the end they just cut
They're
it.
like,
This
just
fucking guy.
Yeah, so I guess I want to see a grittier reboot that goes more into those.
I like the dark Casey backstory. That'd be fucking rad, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at least showed how Joker became him, but then it ends with like, it could be like him meeting the turtles, then you know it's gonna be a fucking that'd be a great, actually, a dark Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because fuck it, Batman started out for kids. You know what I mean?
Like a Dark Knight, but
where do you think they couldn't do? You think they couldn't do like a dark Teletubbies? Like what is too much kids? Because growing up, I would think nothing is more kids than Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I could see a dark, like Barney. Barney's 2 kids. You can't have a dark Barney.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Mighty Morphin. You can have a dark Power Rangers.
You can have a dark Power Rangers. Well,
You have dark Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Whatever. That's what I'm saying. Instead of rebooting shit 9 times, how about you start with like Magic School Bus? Let's see something with Magic School Bus being a movie.
You could have a dark Magic School Bus.
That'd be dope. That'd be so dope. Some guy just keeps trying to go on some girl snatch and shit.
Just a problematic Magic School Bus.
Oh man.
All right. Well, dope. Well, now we gotta. I didn't tell you this, but yeah. So we have to go write the
movie,
the scripts for those movies.
Sounds good.
So let the people know where they can find you. Plug your shit.
Find me at Mike Masilotti across the board, or at Third Wheel Podcast Studio. That's this podcast. Once a week, the Best Champions podcast, BCP Best Champions podcast, every Wednesday night. Just follow anything across there. Make sure you follow this podcast. This is super fun. Like this shit. Subscribe.
Hell yeah. Well, that was half of what I was
half what he was going to say, dog.
You can follow me at Grent Radish, GrentRadish on all platforms. Also, like Mike said, follow the podcast on all platforms at The Older Kids Pod, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I feel like there's another one, but there isn't. Those are the
LinkedIn.
Those are the big 3. Yeah. If
Grindr.
If this is on LinkedIn, it's not official.
Yeah.
But yeah, follow us always. Please rate, review, subscribe, tell your friends.
Yeah.
Listen, fucking watch YouTube. That's what it is. 'Cause we're gonna be on YouTube. This is the first one, so I got to get used to it.
Used to it.
But make sure to subscribe. Smash that like button.
Fucking yeah.
And yeah.
Cowabunga.
Thanks for listening. Tune in next week. Bye.
Cowabunga.